Oh, good afternoon, futsal fans. Hope you're enjoying this very warm day just before Christmas. And we have a treat for you. It's the Futsal Premier League 2 Open Men's Grand Final at the Centre in Dural, and featuring the two teams who played in this championship game last year, Pheonix Futsal Club and Macarthur Quake. So for Pheonix Futsal Club, time to get a little bit of revenge after Macarthur Quake snuck by them in the 2024 Grand Final. And obviously Macarthur Quake going for two in a row in the Futsal Premier League 2 Open Men's Grand Final. Eric Subihano here with the commentary from this unfortunately unair-conditioned venue in the Hillshire, but what can you do? That's actually quite common in this league. But anyway, it's definitely a hot one in the Hillshire, and these two teams have been turning up the heat on their opponents all throughout the season. Pheonix have scored 89 goals. Actually, no, I'll add the semi-finals. Pheonix have scored 98 goals this season, including 9 in their 9-2 semi-final win over West City Crusaders 7 days ago. While for Quake, they have scored 95 goals this season. And last time out, big drama for Macarthur Quake, a 6-5 extra time win in the semi-finals over South Coast Taipans. So we're about to do a little walkout, and there is the match officials walking the two teams out in the court. Let's go through the two squads as the players get a nice round of applause. So firstly, for Pheonix, their captain, goalkeeper and number 1 jersey is James Brunacci, and number 2 is Joshua Moore, number 3 Dominic McCann, number 4 Matthew Luttringer, number 7 Jay Afsapadi, number 8 Andrew Ferrara, number 9 Connor Slater, number 12 Nico Marul, number 15 Isaac Duncan Daly, number 28 is Paul Lee, and number 89 is their top scorer for the season with 19 goals. 89 is Jordan Smiley, Pheonix wearing their usual orange jerseys with the black shorts. While for Macarthur Quake, their lineup in goal is number 1 Liam Polinsky. There's also number 3 Braden Clissold, number 5 Mark Symington, number 6 Aidan Limbry, number 7 is their captain Sean Irwin, number 8 Alexander Purves, number 10 Danny Martinez, number 11 Dean Lockhart, number 14 Connor Irwin, number 20 is the other keeper Bradley Perryman, number 21 is Adrian Arcuri, number 22 Lachlan Gore, and number 23 is Luke Bell. So it's Sean Irwin and James Brunacci to complete the last pre-match formalities, and let's set the scene. So for Pheonix, so look at that, they're a team that got stronger as the season progressed. If I look at their first 7 fixtures, it was only 2 wins, 3 draws and 2 losses. That improvement throughout the campaign, followed by getting 3 wins and a draw in their final 4 regular season games, and then, as I just said, a spectacular 9-2 win over West City Crusaders in the semi-finals 7 days ago. While for Quake, they lost 3 games in their first 7, and they're brilliant. They're coming into this one, if you include last week's semi-final victory, Quake come into this one having won 5 and drawn 2 of their last 7 games. So we are 2 teams coming into form. We know they can score a lot of goals. The 2 previous meetings between these 2 teams are an 8-4 win to Quake. An 8-4 win to Pheonix, my apologies, in round 6, and then a 6-all draw in round 13. So, as there's the whistle, away we go. Quake in the purple, Pheonix in the orange. Symington has hit the court in the opening 8 seconds, and there's going to be a stoppage. So you can see that Quake have started Bradley Perryman in the number 20 jersey is in goal. We also have number 5 Mark Symington, assuming he's okay to continue. We certainly hope so. Number 7 Sean Irwin wearing the captain's armband. Then number 21 Adrian Arcuri also on the court for Macarthur Quake, as well as number 8 Alexander Purves. Now, back underway with Symington. Good to see he's okay to continue. Purves. Symington. And Irwin with a dummy, but Arcuri not quite on the same wavelength, but still early on in this game. As for Pheonix, so I try and figure out their starting 5. be honest, when I saw the lineup, I didn't really take much note of who was starting and who's starting on the bench, because unlimited interchange, there's probably going to interchange before too long, as Arcuri's under pressure and Perriman just clearing to safety. So you can see it's James Brunacci in goal for Pheonix. We also see number 4 Matthew Luttringer, number 7 Jay Atsapati, number 22 is Andrew Ferrara, and number 89 is Jordan Smiley. So we have some of the highest scorers in this division starting the game, as Arcuri puts the pressure on for Quake. Sean Owen, nice disguise pass to Symington, and Symington is able to stop the Pheonix counter. Here's Arcuri, backwards option, Purves, and now Sean Owen. Purves, far side of the court. And Symington. And Quake staying patient in the second minute of this game. Symington plays it off Ferrara for the corner. And Mark Symington, second highest scorer in the competition, 26 goals, including 4 hat-tricks so far this season. And Jordan Smiley, he's been in excellent form as well. He's got 19 goals so far this season, tied for 4th highest in the league. And as that breaks away, going back to Jordan Smiley, scored 4 goals in the semi-final win over West City Crusaders, but also had hat-tricks in round 13 and round 14 of the regular season. Now, so that would be in his last 3 appearances, 10 goals for Jordan Smiley. Anyway, back to this, and save from Brunacci. As Quake keep it down, Pheonix's goal. And I must say, the refs being more lenient than some refs might be with this kick clash between James Brunacci's purple keeper jersey, as he makes a good save there, kept his foot in the way, and the purple Quake kids. As Brunacci giving out the instructions. So Arcuri goes back to Sean Owen. Arcuri trying to trick his way past multiple players. It's Matthew Luttringer with a strong challenge. In fact, Pheonix have got the decision as well. Now, long ball, Smiley trying to flick header, and couldn't quite twist the neck muscles enough to get it on target, as Lachlan Gore is on the court for the first time. And Arcuri taking a rest. It is very, very hot here in Jurul. But I suppose it's to be expected at this time of year. And that's quick passing is Symington. Great save from Brunacci, who was starting to slide down to the floor, but stuck his bare right hand out in time. And makes an excellent save to stop Symington scoring his 27th of the season. Now Brunacci, long throw, looking for Smiley, and Perriman. It's fact, Perriman, it's not often you see a goalkeeper winning a contested header, but Perriman was alert to the danger, has jumped above Jordan Smiley. So Pheonix kick in now with Luttringer. And, well, Symington sticking his foot up to prevent the ball getting all the way to the back post. I think that was Ferrara making the run on the other side. It's out off Symington for a Pheonix corner. Smiley shoots, but nothing to trouble Perriman in the Quake goal. Now Quake moving it quickly. Purves lays it off. Here's Symington, and the shot's blocked by Luttringer, but Symington prevents the counter. Good fast-paced opening to start this game, as Pheonix have brought on number 9 Connor Slater. Now Symington has gone in late on Smiley. And we'll have a bit of a stoppage just to check on Jordan Smiley's welfare. And Quake making the changes as well. Symington will be off the court now. Mungo's coming on Aidan Limbry, number 6 for Quake, number 23 for Quake's Luke Bell. It's important given the heat to keep the freshest possible legs out there. Pheonix also making interchange. Number 28 is Paul Lee. Keep an eye out for Lee. He scored 13 times this season already. Towels out just to make sure there's no moisture after Smiley took that tumble. Back underway. Slater. No room for him to progress on the far side. And Slater can't get the touch past the Quake player. And then Gore can't make anything of it. That's a party. The Pheonix kicking on the far side. They're coming up with 3 minutes played here in the opening period. And as I see, I imagine as Pheonix get it moving with Lee, and Lee can't find Slater. Perryman with a decent throw, and there's a flick on. There's Luke Bell, clever stuff. He flicks it, but Brunacci knew it was off target. Actually behind, good to see, behind the goal Pheonix are defending in this first half. As that'll end up being a Pheonix corner. We can see a man who is also in position, has been in position for most of the day, capturing Futsal Premier League 2 Grand Finals in the various divisions. And Brett Nielsen, as always, doing a fine job snapping some of Football New South Wales' biggest occasions. Here's Lee. Slater can't get past two players. Now Lachlan Gore, and Gore gets the decision. Ball down the line, but it's a loose touch. Now Bell putting the pressure on, and go out off Gore. Pheonix kicking. So you can see number 15, Isaac Duncan Daly, on for Pheonix. He's also scored 13 times this season. And meanwhile, Arcuri's back on the court. Now, Perryman providing the passing option from the kick-in. Decent scoop pass towards Bell, and Bell wins the kick-in off Slater. At 3.5 minutes played in this one. Eric Subihana here with the commentary from Jewel. Hope you're enjoying this one as we wait for the first goal. Clissold. Good touch from Bell, and in the middle is Arcuri, and he almost got the telling touch. And Arcuri perhaps put off by Brunacci in close proximity, trying to throw himself at the ball. Great work from Bell, making space on the left-hand side. A good ball into the middle. Arcuri couldn't take advantage. As I mentioned, double-figure goal scorers. Quite a few of them for Pheonix. We'll hold that thought as Quake are on the move with Clissold. Clissold finds Arcuri. And Arcuri wants it on the left foot. It's blocked by Duncan Daly, who's now running beyond the ball. Bell is in position to intercept, and here's Clissold. Now Arcuri, he scored 12 times this season, Adrian Arcuri. The same tally that Lachlan Gore has, by the way, for Quake. Now Clissold. And now, that's a great ball, and Luke Bell made the right run to provide the finishing touch. Quake have drawn first blood here in the 5th minute. And Luke Bell read the intentions well. It was a great ball by Aidan Limbry, who put it right on a platter for Luke Bell to capitalise. And it is Macarthur Quake 1, Pheonix Futsal Club 0. But certainly no time for Pheonix folk to let their heads drop. As I said, they've scored 98 goals this season. 9 in the semi-finals against West City Crusaders, and in the final round of the regular season, they can, if you can believe this, they did beat SD Raiders by the score of 14 goals to 8. If you ask me, 14-8 sounds like an old-school rugby league scoreline, but I can confirm in round 14, Pheonix did not score 2 converted tries, and a penalty goal was 14 goals. So here's Limbry, the man who set up that brilliant opener for Luke Bell. Symington, little flick. Limbry will chase. And it's good defending by Dominic McCann on in the number 3 jersey for Pheonix. Here's Lee. Now on the other side, the near side with Duncan Daly. And Slater. Lee, and that could be intercepted by Gore. It is. Gore lays it off. Purves, and I think he might have shot it into Lachlan Gore. Yeah, and I think that little slap of the hands. Well, it's going to be Quake ball, but I think Purves is apologising for accidentally zinging it a shot into Lachlan Gore, but still going to be Quake ball. Purves tries again. That one's definitely off Quake. Sorry, definitely off Pheonix, so still Quake ball. Purves will try once more. Finds his captain, Sean Owen. Purves, Symington trying to turn, or even in fact lay it off. Purves has another shot blocked. Symington. Purves trying to find space. Now back to Symington and at an awkward height. He couldn't wrap his boot around that to play it into the middle. By the way, just an early thought as I say something, another silly thing in commentary. Actually, we'll wait. Let's see how this long throw goes. As Slater couldn't get the flick, he actually headed it away from the goal. Brunacci liking that long throw as a tactic and clearly being quite accurate with it. Now, Quake free kick it is. Now, just a thought as while Lachlan Gore is on the field, just a thought. For you older folk, if you remember Roy and HD's radio coverage of various things, if Lachlan Gore played in such a game, surely his nickname would be Gore Hill Freeway. 100%. Anyway. And actually did have time to be a little bit silly because as the officials having a chat with Isaac Duncan Daly from Pheonix. Not happy with the decision, but we go on as it's a little bit of a loose touch from Purves. Now is Dominic McCann. Now Lee could be in a bit of trouble here. Now chance for Symington, but good recovery from McCann. I think that's Slater. Now on the far side, could run here, but good scrambling from Quake as well. Brunacci will take time. Rare breather during open play in a futsal game. Lee keeps it in. 7th minute here, but good interception from Purves. Purves just looking for options. In fact, can't work. Finds Symington and then Purves subs off. As Connor Irwin in the number 14 jersey for Quake will enter the fray. Sean Irwin. Good ball to Connor Irwin. Now there's the ball in Symington. Running back. You don't often see headed goals in futsal, but Lachlan Gore nearly set one up right onto Symington's forehead, and he was reaching, heading it just wide. Now that's a party for Pheonix. Duncan Daly heeds the shouts, and Perryman, who's got to be a real sweeper keeper here, actually so far in this game, I reckon he's done more good work outside the circle than in it. And Smiley wants the decision that he's not going to get, so just a brief stoppage there. But Bradley Perryman, Pheonix is certainly making sure he's alert, and Perryman has done some good work so far in the Quake goal, but he'll have to do a lot more. The foul's called against Sean Irwin. In fact, for a brief stoppage, got to get the towel out to get rid of any moisture. Smiley with as long a run as the venue's layout allows. He goes for goal. Good hands, strong hands from Perryman. It's played out. Smiley. Now at the party. Now the touch of McCann. I think, yes. Officials agree. Quake ball. And more interchanges coming up. I've talked about Phoenix's highest scoring win a game of the season. Well, they got to double figures in a game once. Well, Quake have done it twice, and it was in back-to-back games. Round 7, a 13-3 win over Central Coast United, followed that up with a 10-5 win over South Coast Taipans. So perhaps it's not surprising that Quake have scored early on. They lead by 1-0 over Pheonix Futsal Club, courtesy of Luke Bell. Duncan Daly. That's a party. Scoops one. Straight at Perryman. Perryman wants the quick throw. The longer option was covered. He goes short to Akuri. Clissold, a little bit of a touch. Now on the far side. Good quick feet. Quake keep possession. Akuri. And Akuri's run that out surely. Yes, he has. Good patient defending from Pheonix there. Now Brunacci providing the option for the kick in so Pheonix can spread the court. Goes long and it's going to be... Well, he's hit the angle of crossbar and post. Perryman must have thought that was going over, and he's got some defending to do here, but he's in position. The shot straight at him. And the quick throw to Irwin, but Irwin's got no options in front of him. Irwin instead goes back. Well, I'll tell you what. I know James Brunacci is a goalkeeper. Has scored 3 times this season, and if I remember correctly, all 3 of those goals are against Quake. So, nearly scored his 4th goal in the same season against the same opponent. Luke Bell's back on the court now. Aidan Limbry as well. He finds Bell. And the 2 players who linked up for Quake's opener is keeping it on the side nearest to us. I like it when the ball's on the side nearest to me. It means I can actually see it. Now, anyway. And if you're wondering, but Eric, if you're talking about how bad your vision is, how do you call outdoor? Well, yeah, let's not think about that right now. That's a problem for February. So, as Pheonix wants some kind of decision, which they're not getting. And there's now that is going to roll out. And well, it's slammed into Bell. And Bell loses out to Duncan Daly. Down the left side, Duncan Daly, great footwork. And then he's still kept it. What a run from Duncan Daly, looking for a teammate. All the way back to Atsapati, who slams it into the purple crowd. Atsapati, decent ball, keeper's out, and it's off the post. So it was nearly an equalising goal for Nico Marul. Perryman was throwing himself at the ball. It's come off the inside of the post, trickled in the circle tantalisingly for Pheonix, but it was cleared. Now that is a touch, and then Jordan Smiley has nearly kicked that into Penrith Council. Long throw. It's too high for Bell. Short roll out from Brunacci, so Pheonix can get it going. 10.5 minutes left in this very fascinating and high-tempo opening period. As Smiley trying to break it up, and the touch is off Bell for a Pheonix kick-in. So here's Marul, the man who so nearly scored about a minute or so ago. The score remains 1-0 to Quake over Pheonix. Brunacci goes long, and Smiley can't get the flick. Now, it's the header of Pheonix. It will stay with Quake. Gore to Symington. Symington down the left side and he's run it out. Oh no, actually, not bad. He's got the touch of Pheonix. That's why I was wondering why he was so casual. He knew it was their ball. Quake go on. Played back to Gore. Gore not on the same wavelength as Symington. Now, and it goes in, and as they continue the direct tactic off their restarts from the goalkeeper, Smiley trying once again. It goes wide, but wide of Quake. Now, there's a run, but a tackle was judged to be clean, so Moore's got to get back up. And there's Quake attack laid off Symington. Could be a chance. It's Purvis. Couldn't find Symington's run into the circle. By the way, Joshua Moore on in the number 2 jersey for Pheonix. Now, laid off, and Symington slams it into Slater, I think it was. And then another shot from Symington. That goes into the big net behind the goal, being guarded by Pheonix. Now, team in orange on the move. Down the far side, here's Smiley, and Smiley can't find Atsapati. And time for Quake to ring some changes. So Clissold on the court. And Gore rolls up. I think that's Connor Irwin. Looks up, and then Purvis was going short. The ball too long. Actually, my page. That's Sean Irwin, not Connor Irwin. Now down Smiley. Sneaking in behind Sean Irwin. Good footwork in a tight angle. Smiley tried to run past Perriman, and Perriman with his bare hands has got just enough on it to take it away from Phoenix's top scorer. Purvis tries to stand one up, but it's defended in the air by Smiley. That's a party squeezed out of the play, outnumbered. Now Gore across, but too far in front of Purvis. It's Dink Irwin in the position to defend against Matthew Latringo. So 8 minutes 17 seconds left in this opening period. And if you've just joined us, it's Macarthur Quake leading Pheonix Futsal Club by 1-0 in the Futsal Premier League 2 Open Men's Grand Final. And Clissold with a shot, which is saved brilliantly by Brunacci. Yes, Quake opening the scoring, courtesy of Luke Bell, who chimed in with a timely opener to give the team in purple the lead. Now Irwin can't get past the defender. Now Purvis had to be quick, got there ahead of Joshua Moore. Now Sean Irwin plays it forward, but it's snaffled up by Pheonix. Here's Ferrara. There's Latringo. Now Moore. And didn't passing radar off that time. So look at the foul count. Scoreboard says 2 fouls each for Pheonix and Quake in this first half. And 7 minutes 38 before that foul counter resets for the second half. Perriman going long, and the flick is off Ferrara for a Quake corner. Here we go, and Bell trying to run around and create the angle for the shot, tracked all the way by Moore. Sean Irwin. Now Bell. Quaker probing, and Bell with a long-range shot, which is easily saved by Brunacci. There's Bell. Quake will try once more. About 7 minutes left in the first half. Clissold flicks it into Ferrara's torso. And then the diagonal was not on the money. And in fact, timeout. Timeout signaled by Pheonix with exactly 7 minutes remaining in the opening period. So as we take a little bit of a breather, this will be about 60 seconds. Shout out to anyone who is multi-screening and has the men's grand final in the top division between Vipers and Hakoa on at the same time. That one's not too far away from here. And that one is at Football New South Wales headquarters, Valentine Sports Park. And yes, the game just before this one on this court, it was a great day for the SD Raiders women's team. They defeated West Sydney Crusaders by 4-1 to take out the Open Women's Championship in Futsal Premier League 2. So Luttringa will restart. The two coaches have had the chance to discuss things. It's short to Lee. And Brunacci, the keeper, providing the option on the other side from the kick in. It's a decent enough ball to Slater. And now Ferrara. Here's Lee. Ferrara flicks it up. Header. And a couple of headers from Quake. Curie strong in the tackle, and Lee preventing any further progress. Curie trying to make something on the far side with Sean Irwin. Clissold. More patience from Quake. No way through for now, but they're keeping possession and keeping it a lot of the time in Pheonix territory. And to their credit, Pheonix being patient in defense as well, as Arcuri goes on a run. Keeps it away from two. Bell. There's Quake continuing to rotate, trying to draw players out of position, and Ferrara doesn't let Arcuri turn. Sean Irwin, and he's let that go out. So Pheonix win that little battle. We'll get the ball back with 5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. So here's Lee in his own centre circle. Looking up, plays it long, and Smiley can't flick it towards goal as it's Clissold with the defensive header. Now laid off, and Smiley shoots with power, and actually took a touch off Quake. Corner kick coming up. Now Smiley had another shot into the breadbasket for Perryman. A little bit of a fumble, but he's okay. Just about. Now, Limbry almost got caught turning in his own circle by Luttringa. It'll be keeper's ball once again. And Perryman looking a little bit uncomfortable, shall we say. I think it would be irresponsible to speculate as to why, but lots of us have been there in the past, that's all I'll say. As it's Smiley. And Smiley, a little back heel to Lee. Lee shoots from range, hits the big net behind Perryman's goal. Limbry. Clissold and Purves back on the court. Gore trying to hold it up, but Luttringa gets the better of him that time. Purves. And back to Symington, who looks up trying to direct the traffic, and it's a flick on from Limbry, but it's easy for Brunacci. Quick throw out to Luttringa, far side, and he's lost out. Here's Symington. Symington shoots from range, it takes a deflection, and it's off Lee onto the crossbar and out for a corner. 4 minutes and 34 seconds remaining, with Quake leading Pheonix by 1-0. Now played back. Lachlan Gore. Symington. There's no way through for Symington. Now once again, Brunacci moving to the other side to provide the passing option. And aiming long, and Perryman is up there. Good leap. And off his fingertips. Now, just trying to see where this went out and what the signal was. Corner. Lifted up. Smiley with a header from outside the circle. Perryman, Shepherd, watches that one go wide of the target. As Quake try to play it out from their own territory, Pheonix almost take advantage. Quake will get another go. Symington, tricky position. He's got good technique. Finds Purvis and then moves well to get the return ball. Now, this could be a chance. Threading it through. Brunacci off his line quickly. Blocked a path to goal. Quake try again. Purvis can't find a teammate. Now, Smiley's open far side. Here's Duncan Daly, though. And Symington celebrating that block like you would celebrate a goal. That's a party. And Purvis blocking the way forward. 3 minutes and 39 seconds left in the first half. In fact, we're going to have a stoppage. There's more moisture on the courts. The towel is required once again. And Quake taking the opportunity. Quake taking the opportunity to make some interchanges. So Arcuri, Sean Irwin, and I think Connor Irwin. Now tasked with defending the latest Pheonix attack. Now it's, we often see this in outdoor. Now we get to see it in futsal. A set piece held up because of shenanigans in front of the goal. KPI met. Take two. Laid off. Here's that's a party. It was leaning back a little bit. And it's well over the bar. Perryman, just a loft one. Irwin wins the header, but can't find a teammate. McCann, now on the far side. It's Pheonix looking to put the pressure on. He's scored so many goals this season. But for now, all they're looking for is one to square the ledger here in Dural. That's a party, decent ball. Here's McCann, and it's a decent effort despite the fact his standing foot might have slipped a little bit as he shot. It's out off Perryman for a corner. And in fact, the towel is out once more, but now you can't have someone slipping on moisture. It's played short to Smiley. And Smiley prodding into the circle. Second effort. And kick in now. Now, almost snuck it through there. It's Smiley, and it's swept up by McCann. Now, that's a party. As Brett Nielsen moves towards halfway to change the angle for a shot, and we're going to have a timeout with 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the first half, as Quake used their allotted timeout for the opening period. So just the one goal so far, but plenty of action, plenty of entertainment for you as we prepare ourselves for the Christmas New Year period. And As I see for this latest 60-second timeout, James Brunacci clearly a man of many roles, as he has got the little white board out with the magnets, and he's imparting his observations based on what he's seen so far and what this opening 17 minutes and 15 seconds of play here. If you've missed any of the action, just a brief summary of that goal. It was Aidan Limbury setting it up with a nice ball to the far post. Luke Bell finishing from close range. And Quake, a goal to the good as a result. I'm told it's also at events elsewhere. It's 1-1 in the Futsal Premier League 1 men's grand final between Vipers and Harkoa. Now Brunacci has put the whiteboard away, and he's back in goal. Quake, get it moving. Symington, not much space, but able to win the kick-in off Smiley. Symington, great diagonal to find Sean Owen's run. It slices off the outside of his boot. Good vision from Symington there. Smiley can't hold it up against 3 Quake players. The team in purple have it back once more, but Akuri was caught backing away. Ferrara stepped in, and Ferrara has won the free kick as well. Akuri's been pinged for a little pull on the jersey. Ferrara keep it short. And, well, a couple of deflections. It does make its way to Duncan Daly in the end. And they'll stay up this court. Stay up this end of the court, sorry, with Pheonix. As the party goes direct. Straight at Perryman. Perryman, quick-ish throw to Connor Irwin. Now Irwin trying to dig one over the top. Does the spin favour Akuri? Not quite. Also for Pheonix, that's a slice bar ball. And by the way, as I've gotten some updates elsewhere, by the way, thank you to Futsal Premier League 1 reporter Justin Smith. And I'll bring that to you in a moment as Ferrara steps in. By the way, I am watching Quake. It is appropriate that, how can I call her, Quake coaching legend Mel Keith, now at Harkoa, has won her second Open Women's Grand Final in a row, and told it was a thriller. Harkoa defeating Jewel Warriors by 4-3 after extra time. So, yep, there is my contractually obliged Mel Keith shout-out. Now back to this game. Now, Perriman beaten to the punch there, and Pheonix want the corner. Nothing doing, and into the final 90 seconds of the opening period. That's going to be too long for Akuri. Meanwhile, Luke Bell back on the court for Quake. His goal separates the two sides. Lachlan Gore back on the court as well. And walking up the court is Ferrara, looking for Smiley. Decent first touch. Smiley trying to keep it away from Clissold, and Sean Irwin has a shot. And it's not getting the decision. It's going to be a restart with Perryman. 65 seconds left. By the way, speaking of Roy and HG style nicknames, I've got another one. You've got to be pretty old to get this one. I reckon they call Jordan Smiley Liz. Anyway, or possibly Extra, but I realise this is not a very accessible joke to anyone under the age of 40, but oh well. Anyway, and there's Jordan. This is a quick discussion with the officials. Towels out once more. Gore. Can't link up. Smiley trying to press from the front. Still doing it, so Quake have to be quick. And they are. Now looking for Bell, but Ferrara got there first. Smiley. Duncan Daly. And now Pheonix there says, well, Marul tried to play the pass forward. There is enough time for one shooting opportunity. And as odd as it may sound, 40 seconds left. Still a time to be patient for Pheonix. 40. Time running down in the opening period. Ferrara loses out to Bell. And Bell, does he have options? And can't find Sean Irwin. So that was good defending there. I think that was Duncan Daly sticking the toes in. And 29 seconds left. And that's kicking with a moving ball. And the chance is gone. So Pheonix with the ball back. Now they'll have another go to another chance possibly at equalising before half-time. Ferrara, it's long, too long. Perryman, good sense of the goal, knew it was going over. There's the throw, and it's going to be over Bell, so it goes keeper to keeper, and it might come back towards Perryman, but defensive header from Sean Irwin. Clissold was quick enough to keep it in play. 15 seconds left. How much ambition do Quake have? The ball, it's a decent one, and there's the supporting run. Sean Irwin makes it 2-0 right at the end of the opening period. Brilliant team move, and it is Quake's captain who has doubled his team's advantage. He played the initial ball forward, also made a clever supporting run into the space, set up by Lachlan Gore. He slotted it away, tucked it low past Brunacci. It is Macarthur Quake 2, Pheonix Futsal Club 0. And Duncan Daly just pings one, and it needed a save. It needed a save from Perryman, but that's that. Yeah, I was wondering about that. It was like, that didn't feel like 5 seconds. Quake were ready for half-time. They've got to defend a corner first. So, I'm going to assume they're going to put 1 second back on the clock. So, got the timekeeper in front of me furiously working the tablet. Yes, 1 second left. You see these set pieces often in basketball. Now, what can Jordan Smiley cook up? He smashes it. And now it's half-time. And Macarthur Quake looking good to repeat the feat of last year, because they are leading 2-0 at half-time in the Futsal Premier League 2 Open Men's Grand Final. It was Luke Bell who scored in the 5th minute, set up nicely by Aidan Limbry. And then, as we just saw, and with 5 seconds left in the half, Sean Irwin making it 2-0 to Quake with a tidy finish after good link-up play between him and Lachlan Gore. But Pheonix, they've scored almost 100 goals this season, so they've certainly got the firepower to get back into this one. This one's far from over. This is Eric Subihano with the commentary for the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. Thanks so much for your support of Futsal Premier League 2. We'll take a short break, a bit less than 10 minutes. We'll be back for the second half. See you soon.
Take pictures of this just in case they take forever to load up, put the line up stuff.
Oh, no.
Good.
No, actually, don't. I'll send you photos.
Okay.
Because I got photos.
Fair enough.
You want the women's?
No, the women's they've uploaded now. Yeah, I was making sure. Yeah, they're playing Elliot Church football. Put one confident player, Jordan Smiley. Really? Shame on him. The other 7 teams are living. Cheers, thank you.
Sensation. What is fun?